Hey, how's it going? This is episode 1 of our new weekly series, QuaranTIPS. Get it? Hey, but this series is all about social wisdom in a time where we are social distancing right now. In week 1, we are looking at finances, and I'm actually doing an interview with a financial consultant, a financial expert, and talking about really 2 things. Is how do we operate our finances in a time of uncertainty, and what are you going to do with that stimulus, that Trump bucks that just dropped into your bank account? Check it out. Hey guys, I am here with Aaron. Aaron is a financial consultant, and hey, how long have you been in the financial sector?
I've been in the industry of some sort for well over 10 years now.
Awesome. So he has a way more knowledge and experience when it comes to money. And right now we're kind of going to talk specifically about, hey, what do we do right now in this time of uncertainty? There's job layoffs. Some of us, many are getting stimulus packages. I already have my Tiger on the way. But what are some smart ways during this time that we can manage our finances and manage our stimulus that we have maybe personally received in this time?
Well, yeah, wild animals is certainly a good start to spend all the Trump bucks. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, I mean, obviously there's many things that you can do with it. One of the things that I like to tell folks and just to be cognizant of is, it's return of taxpayer money, right? And taxpayers, as you and I all are, that's our money that they're going to tax them at some point in time. So it's not free money, right? They're giving it back to us as a consumer to try to help us through this crazy time that we're all going through together. But ultimately be remembered of that. So it's not free money, right? And so some of the things I obviously want to look at is your obligations, right? Your mortgage, your rent, your basic necessities, right? Your food, your electricity, take care of those things. You got to take care of your family and such as well. So that's really what the intention is of it, to just to be able to get us through this time.
Yeah, it was just crazy today. I actually just came and went to Sam's Club, buying some stuff for actually our church food bank, and saw 5 people walking out with big screen TVs. And as much as I was tempted to upgrade my backyard, buy a new TV, it's trying to handle those in wise ways and not kind of dig deeper ditches than we need to.
Exactly. The time for those will come, right? When we get through this and when we get all clear and we're back at restaurants and bars and everything else, I mean, go out and buy your TV, right? When football's back on, do it at that time. But that's not the time for that, right? Buying cars is not the time for buying cars. If you need a vehicle to get to and from work, there's many small businesses, many garages that will help you out as well that can, support them and get your current vehicle fixed. But no need to be going out and buying a new car at this point in time, even if they say they're giving you good deals, because there's something else to it, right? There's a cost that we're not seeing here as of now.
Now, I mean, the other opportunity this has for so many, and maybe it's been in a bad financial situation up to this point. What's a good starting point to help build a good financial foundation for years to come in a time like this? Because say it's $1,200 person, maybe if they have kids, where's a good place to start and kind of having a more secure financial footing to build on for years to come?
Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest thing you want is an emergency fund, right? And when times like this come up, you don't have a job, or we're coming in the summer months, air conditioning will go out at some point. So emergency fund, right? Typically they start with $1,000 in emergency fund. I like to see 3 to 6 months of savings. I tell my clients, because again, God forbid something happens, the unexpected. I mean, back in February, the economy was great, market all-time highs, and here we are a couple months later, looking much different. So I suggest start with 1,000, right? And then again, if we can build that up 3 to 6 months, that's really what I like to see.
And so what I hear is everyone has an emergency fund right now if they received a stimulus, automatically kind of starting with that $1,000. And when you say to 3 to 6 months, that's 3 to 6 months of your expenses you incur during that time?
Correct. Yeah, 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. So again, includes your rents, includes the mortgage, whatever that may be, includes your basic necessities that you need in a month to month.
Cool. Well, So say someone has kind of for the next step, if they have kind of that solid emergency funding, they have some of those expenses. What's another great wise way we can use this money kind of maybe a step further than that?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always charitable aspirations, right? Again, we still talk about tithing during this time, right? Churches are businesses just like everybody else, so we don't want to neglect that, and obviously we'll give the churches. Food banks, actually, I saw this morning that food banks and other ones have actually had an increase in donations. A lot of them in that amount of $1,200. So there is a lot of people out there that are giving that. But personally, I mean, if you're maybe you're not in that realm, maybe you're not in the realm to give away that $1,200, there's lots of personal opportunity for wealth creation in the future down the road. So be it in a tax-deferred retirement account, maybe a tax-free retirement account, depending upon income levels. The market right now is obviously much different than it was 2 months ago, even. So it can really present a great opportunity to maybe start putting a little bit into the market, maybe some purchases over time, whatever it may be. But again, anything you can do now, save for your future. Anything you can do now will pay dividends tremendously going forward.
Cool. So what I'm hearing and is that kind of a counter message from I think what we're being bombarded with on social media and in commercials is, hey, take this money, go spend, push the economy. I understand why they're saying that, but if we don't have the means to do that, it sounds like maybe putting away for a rainy day or helping to establish a foundation that we can build on years to come. Am I right in hearing that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I guess I don't always like the phrase, stimulus to the economy, right? Because people look at that like we got to go out and just seriously spend it and inflate it up. And in this case, it's really to prop. It's much more of a let's prop the economy to get through this epidemic that we're in, this pandemic, and then we'll get back to things a little more normal when we can spend a little more frivolously when we have the funds and the ability to do so.
Well, I appreciate the time. Do you have any other closing words of wisdom for those who are watching today?
I think we covered a bit of it. Like I said, just do what. Don't make any brash changes, right? Financially, if again, just because you got another $1,200, don't go out and be buying that tiger, right? Don't be trying to be like Joe Exotic there, right? Because clearly it didn't work out too well for him. And as the quote he likes to say, he never financially recover from parts of it. let's not be having memes be made out of you because you spent your stimulus check at this point.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. And guys, I hope you take these words to heart again and not just from me, but from a financial expert, someone who's been in this sector from a long time, is how can we be smart with our money, not only God honoring, and also setting up our family for long-term success. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Man, that was awesome stuff. I hope you took some notes, wrote down some nuggets of wisdom that you can apply to your personal situation. But before you go, I want to give you one more resource. If you go to financialpeace.com, right now they're running a special program for Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace University where you can get 2 weeks free of a membership. And here's what you get access to. You get their online budgeting app, but you get also every online resource they have. So if you can either use that to launch into a virtual financial peace class, or you can Netflix style binge watch the whole 9 weeks of courses and get all that information to set up a financial foundation for years to come for you and your family. Thanks for watching and join us next week for QuaranTIPS.